Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or welcome to Forgotten Stream. Tonight we have the round 4 match of United League Reborn 5, a Division 1 match between Crazy Machine Chicks and two nervous trackers. And they are going to be competing on Bay, Snow and Desert tonight. So these are among top 3 teams of this ULR5. We shall see how the match is going to go. Once again, I'm finding it hard to make any predictions. Spoiler alert, there will be no sander on the CMC side, so that doesn't make their job any easier. And wow, TnT are really strong at TMO environments, both desert and snow. And I bet that the lack of sander is going to be an issue for CMC on snow. And so it is on Bay, but on paper I would favor CMC on Bay, especially since that is Zeus's map. So Legion says 2-1, one way or another. That's not impossible. Just checking things out. Everything seems to be set up correctly. Is my voice loud and clear? If there are any issues, please let me know. Some strong times in warm-up right there. 57.05 for Arrow and 57.16 for Johnny. Already stronger times than we had in the CMC2 match yesterday. Could you guys believe it? TnT is warming up, but Johnny, Garth, BC and that. The CMC are obviously going to have Arrow, Zeus and Roa. Tough one to call. Obviously being a biased commentator, I'd like CMC to do well. Three 57s on the board. Johnny was on a 57 but crashed. What is this server setup? New rules of points limit 20. means they've got the max points, right? People should just play on my server. My server is always set up correctly, although it sometimes lags. 2-1 CMC, TnT wins Desert Worm, he says. Does sound like something that could happen. I definitely don't see CMC winning Desert against Black Cat, Garfield. No way. There's no Neko. Zeus isn't comfortable with the map. And now that they've got the server settings correctly, they're starting their warm-up. Yeah, definitely need Jake the Cake to try and beat TnT on Desert. Well, Fog, Snow and Bay definitely have all the chance to be close, but I don't think Desert is going to be close. I think Desert is going to be a comfortable victory for TnT. Wormy, you are incorrect. Ceres is in the right team. The problem is that he isn't playing. Lovny and JTC are, however, in the wrong teams indeed. Johnny was on a hot run but crashed at the finish. The warm-up is over. Good lucks and have fun's been called. We're about to start the match with the first map, Transylvanian Hunger by Neff, the snow map. The lights are out and away we go. Everybody taking the sort of cut at the start to jump onto the edge of the booster. Zeus with a good start. Johnny and Black Cat right on his tail. Roa is last. He was last, but he got up into third. And it is Zeus leading away from Aru, Roa, Johnny, Garfowski and Black Cat. Garf going a bit too safe, braking probably too much on that castle part, dropping down. It is really tight. Oh, until Johnny and Black Cat both crash. No, wait, Johnny just lagged. He didn't crash. Roa with a mistake drops down to fourth. However, Zeus and Aru just need to save it. And they will finish 57, 48 and 50 in first two positions. And that is a round win. And Roa crashes the finish, but that doesn't matter. First blood to CMC. Second round. Ooh, Aro was trying to save this tunnel, ended up crashing anyway. Zeus going very wide. Aro, however, is on the attack, so Zeus is last, 0.8 down on the leaders. It is Garfowski from Johnny, Black Cat and Roa. Can Roa do anything about Black Cat? I think Johnny and Roa both touched the wall slightly. Got to slow down. Had a crash in the tunnel. Could have been Arrow. Now it was Zeus, judging by the checkpoints. BC drops down a little. Ooh, Roa sends it into the finish, ties up Garfowski. The game puts him second, but with Zeus last and Aru only fourth, that wouldn't have mattered anyway. Round 3. I think Garfowski got a bad landing there at the start. BC with a wall hit in the tunnel. Roa going a bit wide. Happened there. Arrow out in front from Johnny and Zeus. Ooh, Black Cat 5 seconds off the leaders. He is out of the round. Johnny still chasing Arrow. Garfowski didn't crash, but that was a really wide line there. He had to slow down significantly and dropped out of contention in the round. What's happening to Zeus? He made a mistake. Ooh, Johnny will actually crash trying to chase Arrow. Finishes with a 57-12, followed by Roa at 58. And a bunch more 58s. And that is CMC taking another round. I've got to say, lots of 58s. That is not a good look for D1 because had a bunch of 57s from Drago and Rad in CMC2 yesterday. Round 4, Zeus leading away from Aro, Gafovsky, Rova and Johnny. Black Cat slightly behind. Johnny a little too wide there. The trio of CMC drivers are really close. Gafovsky not able to close the gap in this tunnel section. Zeus probably braked a little too much. Really wide lines here. Aro and Ro are still in the lead from Gafovsky and Zeus. And unless they crash, and they don't, that is 3 for 1 CMC in front. As Zeus says, the tunnel scares him too much. Zeus with a wall bang. Was that tactical? I'm not sure. In fact, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Black Cat and Gafovsky out in front. Aro with a good lunge out of that tube regains the lead. Roa and Zeus wobbling. Ooh, Johnny will crash and Aro will crash and Roa will crash. So it is Black Cat from Gafovsky and it is all on Zeus to overtake them. Ooh, and Zeus will crash as well. That is just a horrendous round for CMC. So Roa with the smallest of crashes actually finishes with a 57.99. Second point on the board for TnT. Round 6. The first tunnel claims no victims. Do you guys think we're going to go into tennis? TnT love tennis mode. Gafovsky had a bad line there and Black Cat dropped down too. Well, they're not out of the round. Johnny is in contention. He's right on Aro's tail. Rover third. Zeus has just been reached by Gafovsky. No mistakes in this section. Johnny going a bit too safe. Zeus with a small wall bang. Ooh, Johnny with a huge crash. So that is a safe round for CMC with Aro and Roa taking 1-2. Followed by a couple more 57s from Gaff and Zeus. Johnny was doing really well in that round up until the end. 7th round. Everybody safely through the first tunnel. Some lag here and there. Aro in the lead from Johnny and Zeus. There's Roar poking his nose at Gafovsky, who goes over the edges of the blocks and drops some time. Ooh, Johnny, huge crash at the castle section. That is RIP Johnny for this round, and Gafovsky is the first, make it second, and first again of the TNTs on the track, and he's a second down. Ooh, a double bonk at the finish from both Gafovsky and Black Cat, and Aro drives a 56 in rounds. And yes, as it was confirmed in chat, this is the first map indeed. 5-2. Ooh, somebody crashed. I think it was Roa. It was Roa indeed. Arrow out in front from 3 TNTs and Zeus with all to do. Arrow currently going on a world record pace. Well, maybe not world record, definitely ZD1, but he makes a mistake and drops behind Garfovsky. Zeus sends it through this castle and finds it himself in second. Arrow really risked. Oh, Zeus crashes. That is a bad crash. Johnny crashed. Any chance for Roa to catch up? Nope. No chance. And it is a third point for TnT. Round 9, Black Cat a bit too safe, still in it. Oh my god, what's happened to Zeus there? He actually has to respawn. Arrow out in front from Johnny, Garfovsky and Roa and Black Cat, and we can forget about Zeus until this round is over. Oh, Johnny and Garfield both botching up this castle section, allowing Roa to sneak into second. Johnny going very wide there, and he will crash, and Arrow will crash as well. So it is Roa from Garfovsky, and Roa will crash as well. And it is Garf, Roa, BC, Arrow, Johnny and Zeus. It is a layer cake. This time TnT make the filling. 4-5, they're getting close. Round 10. Garf with a poor landing at the start. Playing catch up. The other 5 are all close. Arrow going nuclear once again. Johnny, Zeus and Roa still pretty close. Let's see how the castle is going to go. Roa sent it. Got up close and personal with Arrow. Zeus. No, ooh, Roa with a mistake. Johnny with a crash. And something happened with the Garfovsky. He crashed as well. So it is a triplet of CMC drivers. They just need to finish the round, and they will. In first 3 positions, Black Cat with a 57-87 cannot do anything. 6-4 map point for CMC. Ooh, somebody crashed. Arrow crashed. I think Roll crashed. Johnny crashed. So it is Zeus out in front from Black Cats and Garfovsky, the 3 joystick drivers currently driving on this map. Let's see what's going on at the back. Well, Arrow didn't crash as bad as Rolla and Johnny, but there's some gap to bridge for Johnny. Zeus 0.6 ahead of TnT's 2 joystick drivers. Garfovsky with a really fast line there gets ahead of Black Cat, gets closer to Zeus. Zeus only has to finish where he is and does so with a brilliant time of 57.27. And it is 11:10 for CMC. First map in the bag for them. 54 points Arrow, Garth and Roller tied at 45. Johnny had some pace, but didn't really manage to show much of it. 25 points only. Well, that was close. Okay. Sorry for leaving you alone with the game sounds for a bit. Looks like the teams are ready to start. Map 2. Goat Simulator 2005 by Zeus, a bay map. We're going to have Vet, Johnny and Black Cat driving against Zeus, Arrow and Jake. It's going to be interesting. If CMC had Sansa, I would have said that CMC are going to win. They don't have Sansa. So I don't know. It's going to be tight, I think. Round 1 is already live. A slide there from Johnny. Black Cat and Zeus, two of the 3 joystick drivers with a good start. Zeus out in front, full Black Cat sliding from Vet. Arrow and Jake were in it. And now for the different lines. Zeus has his own line for going a bit to the right on this bridge section, and Arrow goes for the same kind of trajectory. The other guys, however, do not. Jake with a slide there. Ooh, Johnny crashing. Zeus going for a first position. Vet still manages to hit the finish block, followed by Arrow and Jake. Zeus with a great time of 1:02:36. Not too bad from Vet and Arrow. The others, however, need to get their stuff together. First blood to CMC. Second round, Arrow had a good start. Zeus sneaks into the lead on that platform section. Johnny will crash. Zeus out in front from Black Cat and Vet, followed by Arrow and Jake. And once again, Zeus and Arrow juke to the right, but Arrow was too far back to make any impact. Jake took a lot more risk on that jump, got ahead of Arrow, and he got ahead of Black Cat. He's currently third. Zeus heading for another first, Vet for another second, both 1:02. Jake with a good time of 1:03:65, followed by Black Cat. Arrow crashed, Johnny crashed more, and it's 2-0 for CMC. The Vet is going really strong. Third round. Ooh, Johnny lagging there. Vet, Zeus and Black Cat with a good start. Johnny and Jake languishing in the back. Zeus is not actually first at the moment. Let's see how things are going to go with this lad. Oh no! He overcooked it, slid out, and crashed. So it is Vet from Arrow, Black Cat and Johnny. And unless TNTs are going to start crashing at the very finish, which is not looking likely, it is a first round for TnT. It's an interesting line there at the bridge, because if you juke to the right, sort of smoothed out the line for the next corners. I think Arrow with a wall hit there. How much did he lose? Zeus with a bad landing. Arrow just not doing too well in this round. So it is Vet from Black Cat, Johnny going safe, but he definitely can afford to. Now Jake takes the TnT line. None of the TnTs are making any mistakes. They're going in a nice 1-2-3 formation. And I don't think they're going to risk anything. They don't indeed, and it should be 1, 2 and 3 followed by Jake, Zeus and Arrow. 2 for 2, they're tied. Fifth round. Jake with a slow start compared to the rest. Oh my god, what happened to Arrow there? I didn't even see it. Zeus out in front from a trio of TnT drivers. There were some worrying sounds on the landings, but they're still there. Jake is trying to catch up. That with a dodgy landing. But it is still 2, 3 and 4, and that is good enough for a round win. Zeus does take his first position. There is just no support from his teammates, and that is not how rounds are won. Yeah, Jake needs to find some speed, or Arrow needs to find some consistency. Otherwise, TnT are going to take it. Round 6. Arrow crashed again. Slid out into the checkpoint. BC out in front from Zeus, Vet and Johnny. Jake is trying to do his best. Zeus going for his line again. Any shenanigans at this landing. Only Jake sliding. And Zeus is only second. He's attacking Black Cat. He's going to be tight, and I think he actually takes the first place. But once again he's followed by 3 TnT drivers, and they are running away 4-2. Round 7. Come on Arrow, come on Jake, you guys can do it. Or TnT should start crashing. That would help. Looks like Zeus had a bad start. Arrow didn't crash this time, he's right in the mix. Vet out in front from Arrow, BC and Johnny. Arrow going for the Zeus line. He's close. Arrow slowing down a lot more than the others. Johnny, what a What a landing that was! Zeus is up into 4th, but it is probably going to be a TnT 1, 2, 3. Well, Zeus will spoil their party by taking 3rd. Something must have happened to Arrow on the landing. 5-2. Zeus had a really wide jump out of that tunnel, but he is catching up. Arrow from Black Cat, Ved, Zeus and Johnny, Jake somewhere close to. Somebody crashed. That was Johnny. Zeus leading, but Black Cat with a lunge, and Vet is right there too. Zeus will... Ooh, Black Cat will crash. So it is Zeus from Vet. Is Arrow there to support him? Yes, he is. Zeus, Vet, Arrow, Jake. Finally. CMC take another round. 5-3. Round 9. Arrow taking it safe with a release. Others going full speed. So it is BC, Bed, Zeus and Johnny from Arrow and Jake. That will slide and crash. Zeus and Arrow on the attack. Who's got the best landing? Probably Zeus. Currently first from Black Cat and Johnny. Arrow is there with them as well, and it is going to be tight, but looks like an actual 1-2. For CMC, and what happened to Johnny there, I don't understand. What a round. Round 10, 5-4 in favor of TnT. Point between the teams. Arrow with a really confident start. However, Zeus and Vet and Black Cat are going to get ahead. Johnny and Jake are somewhere close. Once again, Arrow and Zeus going for this. Ooh, I think Johnny must have crashed. Just go and check. Well, he is still in it, so Zeus... Oh... Something needs to happen. And Arrow will crash, and that is definitely... And Zeus will drop some positions as well. And that's 1-2 for Vet and BC. And it's map point for TnT. So at this rate, either TnT are going to take the map, or it's going to go into tennis mode. But we definitely are hoping for tennis, right? Eleventh round. Johnny, Vet and Zeus with the fastest start. Arrow BC not too far behind. That will crash. Zeus, that looked so on the edge. Zeus out in front from BC. Arrow and Johnny. So long as Zeus doesn't crash, Arrow doesn't have to fight too hard, and Arrow will crash. And that is GG. It was close, but no cigar. Yeah, as I predicted, it was going to be close. However, if CMC had Sander, it would have been a completely different story. Of that I'm certain. And the last map is going to be desert. And I 100% would put all of my money on TnT. Just without any hesitation. So, if I may ask, is Angel and Sansa actually a snack, judging by the profile picture? And also by the fact that they don't face Rev 2. It's got to be snack. So does it look like CMCs have lost on all of the maps built by CMC? What did we have? Arrows. I mean, Sanders Desert, Rose Coast. What was in R3? I'll just go and check TMX, shall I? So they lost on Rose Coast, Sanders Desert. Then there were no CMC maps, and they lost a map by Zeus. Imagine, just imagine, if they lose Stadium in the next round. Wouldn't that be hilarious? So it appears to be that the lineup is going to be Black Cat, Gofowski and Irvin against Aruro and Zeus. Nice to see Irvin playing this. A former LM player. Although back in the days of LM, I guess he was a young prodigy. Rather than a veteran. What kind of times was JTC driving in the match, Legion? Definitely looks like CMC 1 could do with Jake the Cake in their lineup. Good lucks, have funs have been called. And the map is about to begin. ULR5 Graham by Millstone. An old school, old school. I don't remember Millstone in like UL1. But I guess I can call him an old school mapper who has made a return recently. Not without my help, should I say. And we are off. Round 1. The first hairpin roller with a good start ahead of all 3 TNTs. As I say that, he drops down to 4th and crashes, and we can forget about Rover for this round. Black Cat leading away from Grafowski, Irvin, and then Arrow and Zeus, who flips the car over those curbs. Garth, who lost some time on the booster. But this could actually go 7-0 for TnT. .258, 159. So Irvin drove a faster time than Jake the Cake. Oh my god. Impossible. Second round. Black Cats out in front from Zeus, Garth, Arrow, Irvin. Roa, Zeus going a bit too low on that jump. Roa gets ahead of Arrow. Much better line through this booster turn. Garth and Black Cat both sliding. How does that look? Still not enough. Second round for TnT. And Zeus crashes again. Black Cat in the lead, and he had good pace, and still has good pace. Erwin, Arrow, Garth and Roa. Zeus 2 seconds down on Roa. It's quite simple. TnT are faster. Noticeably faster. But they had some mistakes at that hairpin. And Roa will take the round. But Arrow and Zeus finish 5th and 6th. And that will be 3-0. Well, I think, as I predicted, it's going to be a whitewash for TnT this map. However, as I say that, Black Cat crashes at that hairpin at the start, but Erwin and Gafowski are fighting at the front. Roa and Zeus not really out of it. Roa, however, didn't get a good landing there. Drops down to 4th. Gets back into 2nd. Nobody fighting the hairpin. Didn't sound like it. And Roa will actually claw the 1st place from Erwin's hands, and Zeus and Arrow will finish 4th and 5th, and that's 1st point on the board for the team in red. But that was close. Somebody crashed, I think it was Arrow. That was a huge crash as well. Yeah, over 3 seconds. Black Cat from Erwin. Some small gap to Roa, Zeus and Garth. The landing was good for pretty much everybody. Erwin really at home on this map. Roa has some tricks for that turn with the booster. But the hairpin will be the end of him. Erwin and Black Cat streaking. Well, darting for that finish. And we'll get it in first 2 positions. 4-1. Sixth round. How many more rounds can CMC actually win on this map? Garfield. They wall hit on the jump. Actually, it's Roa out in front from Zeus BC Erwin, but Roa slides and drops speed. Zeus still up there, but not for long, because Erwin regains the lead, which he does like to have on this map. And Black... Oh, Zeus! Just gets right into that curb, does a wheelie and stop. And Erwin and Black Cat take their first 2 positions uncontested. Five, 1. Raw with a slide at this bank turn. Some lags for Black Cat. Raw coming back. Oh, that was, I think, Irvin clipping that wall on the jump. So it's Black Cat from Zeus, Roa, Grafowski and Arrow. But Gaff doesn't want to lose this round. And he goes ham. Zeus clips the curb. However, Gaff also made a mistake. And CMC do take this round. Second point on the board. But that is really riding on TnT players crashing. Round 8. Roa crashes. Others are going in a fairly tight group. Irvin ahead of Zeus, followed by Black Cat, Grafowski and Arrow. Nobody went too greedy on this jump. Zeus, however, didn't get the best line. Through some gains. Dropped to 4th. So with TnT is currently in first 3 positions. It is going to be map point for TnT. How much louder do you want me to beep, love? I think I'm falling asleep, that doesn't help. (6-2) map point for TnT, potentially last round. Black Cat from Roa, Irvin, Zeus. Zeus with a slide. Let's give Arrow some exposure. Black Cat from Roa, Irvin. Roa with a bad landing there. And a huge slowdown. So it's all on Arrow. To try and do something in this round. Oh, TnT definitely trying to help him. BC with a mistake, but that's just not enough. Arrow will finish second, surrounded by the entirety of TnT. 7-2. So it is 2-1 for TnT in this matchup. CMC took Snow. TnT took Bay and Desert. And that is it for tonight. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. And see you next time. Goodbye.